ton of really fresh turkey tracks. Everywhere I see mud, there's fresh turkey tracks, so that is good. Alright guys, so a little update here. It's about 1 o'clock and we are driving around the Boone. We've seen how many Ohio trucks, John? A dozen Ohio trucks. Several Kentucky trucks. There's just trucks everywhere. Anywhere there's a pull-off, there's either a truck or there was a truck. And this road we're on is really beat up. You can tell it's just received a ton of traffic today. Woods are real open. We're not feeling very confident. So what we're gonna do is we're just kind of shoot out of this chunk and maybe head further south another 20-30 minutes and see if we can get away from the Ohio crowd. You know, sorry on behalf of Ohio to all of you native Kentuckians, but just blew it up this morning in the Boone National Forest. But we're gonna kind of hightail it a little further south and see what it looks like. Hopefully maybe there's a little more cover, because a lot of this woods is just wide open and I see it being pretty difficult to call a bird in. But
still rolling on 1 hour sleep, so see how far we make it.
Yeah, we'll see how far we make it. It is Sunday, opening weekend here in Kentucky, and I'm on a completely new piece of ground I've never been to. Me and John, car pulled up here. We're down in the Daniel Boone National Forest. This is a lot different than anything I'm used to. Like, you know, I hunt the Wayne a lot. It's pretty hilly. I've hunted parts of Kentucky that are pretty hilly. This is big. This is big country. There's a lot of just the same. It's just very monotonous. Hills, forest, big hills. But we kind of split up. We walked about 2 miles from the truck, I would say. I stopped and then John kept going. I kind of hung up on this little spur ridge or whatever that comes off the main ridge, so I can hear down into this big valley and this big valley on the other side. And John kept going. He went another mile, I think 2 different ridges up, so he could hear 2 separate valleys from me. And I have not heard a single gobble. This is gonna be tough hunting. There's a lot here and probably not that many birds, but we plan on putting on a lot of miles today, so I'm gonna slowly work my way out towards John, just listening, kind of working these little foot paths, little foot trails they got through here, and you know, maybe catch a bird gobbling. Should be an interesting day. If anything, we're gonna get a good walk in and learn a little bit about a new piece. So maybe get some deer hunting, scouting in. It's beautiful though. You can see, I mean, it's just freaking huge, just huge. Like honestly, if a turkey gobbled like way out on that tip, I don't know if I'd hear him. It's just so big. And steep. Very steep. crest. There's a real tall, high point with like a little field. When we were standing up there, we heard a bird gobble. Now this bird is way, way out here. I know he could hear me yelping a few times, so, we'll give it an hour or two sitting here and see if he fires back up here later. Good morning, guys. This is our last morning in Kentucky. I'm just gonna read the room, and head home when I feel like it's time, but somewhere around 10 o'clock, noon this morning. Got about a 5-hour drive, and I gotta work tomorrow. I gotta be in Indianapolis. Yeah, last morning, I decided to come to a spot that there was a guy parked here opening day and then Sunday, but I didn't see anybody here yesterday. And it's a long ridge that goes all the way back, and there's this real nice walking path. Me and John decided to split up, but he's on a pull off maybe a quarter mile down the road from me, so we're kind of on adjacent ridges. But the ridge systems in here are so just convoluted and complex. I don't know if I could even hear a gobble on his ridge if it happened. They're just so big. But it's just now getting light, and I'm walking this road, and there's a ton of really fresh turkey tracks. Everywhere I see mud, there's fresh turkey tracks, so that is good. Now, we just need a gobble, so I'm gonna stop talking. Hopefully we can get on something here early. Just heard a bird gobble. That bird keeps gobbling. It's a long ways off. There's one long main ridge. I don't know what everybody calls them, but I call them spur ridges, which are like the little ridges that kind of come off of the main ridge. And I walked about 2 of those down the main ridge, past 2 of them, and I was standing on a real high point. Heard a bird gobble back this way. Figured he was on the spur ridge I just passed. Went back, dropped down in there, about 100 yards, listened. He gobbled again from this spur ridge, I think. So I came back out, walked back some more, and now I'm working my way down this, just listening. But he hasn't gobbled since I left that ridge over there. So I think my plan is just to slow play this little spur ridge. It's about 300 yards long, and I'm just gonna work my way out here, find a really good spot to set up. Maybe just try and wait him out, you know. was on that. There's at least 2 hens down in here, yelping and cutting up a storm. God, I do not believe that. Ohio, I'm going to start a petition to allow people to hunt past noon first week. I set up in the adjacent field and I got 2 decoys out. I got a hen and a jake. That's amazing. He came right in.